Those of you who are going to watch this message, I want to say hello, first of all. And I'm going to tell you guys something. I want to tell you something for this full moon. I'm about to say something to you. And I'm going to really need you to take this shit seriously. Okay? You ready? Okay. Say it with me. I release the need to feel that I am responsible for my family's healing. Let's say it again. I release the need to feel responsible for my family's healing. Their healing is their responsibility. Do you understand? Their financial worries are their responsibility. You have taken on the burden of wanting to play Captain Save-A-Ho to hoes that don't want the captain to save them. You understand me? You have been, since a child, putting the responsibility on yourself to save people who don't want to be saved. So you need to release the need to feel responsible for your family's healing. Do you understand me? How long are you going to carry the feeling? Chrissy, going through the same thing. How long are you going to feel the need to worry about what your sisters and brothers and mothers and fathers and cousins and aunts and uncles? Unfortunately, it's the Gemini cold moon, and we got to get a little cold with it. And the way that is not to say, fuck them, I hate you. It's not about that. It's not about that. It's to say, I'm finally going to pay attention to me, and I'm not going to carry the way that they handled their financial responsibilities. That will not be my burden. I will not live like that. And see, because some of you grew up with parents that told you, you have to save every dollar you have, otherwise you'll never get more. Others of you grew up with parents or you saw people be irresponsible and just spend money like the shit is fucking whatever, when they could have been saving and helped their kids and all that. It is a lot. So what are you gonna do? I release the need to feel responsible for my family's healing. When we say your family's healing, we're not just talking about money. We're not talking about all the houses they had and all the things they lost and all the times they could have helped you buy a car or helped you, buy a house or whatever. I know many of you have seen people. What does this mean for love and the heart? This means that you have to love yourself. You've been focused way too long on loving everybody else, taking care of everybody else, and it's time to cut the cords, baby. The umbilical cord gotta be cut. Some of you are dealing with a toxic mother. I'm sorry to say it, but she's ruining every relationship you get into. I'm just gonna say it. And if you're a male, especially if you're a male, your mom is nosy and she needs to mind her goddamn business. Okay? And when I say that, I don't mean like your mom is telling you, sees the girl doing toxic shit and tells you like, this bitch is toxic, you should stop talking to her. And Miguel, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about those of you who are in relationships or you like someone or you want to, and here goes fucking jealous mama or jealous daddy or whoever getting in the way, or jealous brother or jealous cousin or jealous sister. That motherfucker, this bitch. Listen, man. I choose to support people in whatever they do. If, for instance, I see someone who's with someone, for instance, I see someone who's with someone, maybe they're not the greatest together, maybe they shouldn't be together. I'm not going to tell that person, don't be with them. I'm just not. When I do private readings, if someone asks me about their relationship, if they should be with the person, I tell them like this: don't ask me that question, because that's up to you to decide. I cannot say to you, don't be with somebody. I'm nobody to tell you who you should be with, because you have to learn your own karma. And I don't know what stage of your karma you're in. We don't know what stage of karma somebody's in. You cannot sit here and feel the need to be responsible to tell someone they shouldn't be with someone or they should. At the end of the day, people have a choice and everybody's living out their karmas. But in this full moon, release the need to feel that you are responsible for your family's healing. Just because you see yourself working on you and doing this and doing that, and they're not, and you're really trying hard to like get them to wake up and like stop doing that, and don't be jealous and don't be angry. And for those of you I'm talking to, I'm not really talking for myself in the 3D realm. I mostly talk for myself in the astral realm. Yes, it does count, my God. I love you too. But for those of you who are dealing with it here in the 3D realm, I'm telling you right now, this should be the message for you here. Release the need. Release the need to heal your family's trauma. It's not your responsibility anymore. Okay? All right? So I just wanted to jump on here and do that. Matter of fact, because a lot of people don't watch the longer videos, I am going to make a reel saying just that, so that people can really get that message. This full moon in Gemini, I realized something, that I was not only carrying the trauma that my family had, but I was also like financially carrying a lot of the impressions that I was left with financially. Like, you know what I'm saying to you? Like, I'm not going to get into it because that's my private story, but yeah, Chrissy, listen, and that's, again, Chrissy, here's where I'm telling you, release the need to feel like you got to heal your sister's trauma too. She's got to go through what she's going through, okay? I have a family member now that's going through something with a person, and I was feeling so bad about it, and like it was on my mind, and I was like, what can I do about it? I'm like sending love and light to the energies and their and people's entities and doing this. But then I just realized, like, spirit told me, like, my spirit told me, like, Flo, you gotta just like let people just experience their own shit, and you can help guide them, you can give them messages, and it does help them. Believe me, it helps them. Some people, even if they look like they're not listening, they are. Sometimes you'll send a text to someone and they'll completely ignore it, but then you'll know, like, secretly they read it, right? That's how it's gotta be. I love you guys. I'm just gonna say, don't carry it no more. Aren't you tired? Don't you want to feel abundance? Don't you want to feel? Yes, you can ask me my opinion. Don't you want to feel free? Don't you want to let go? Don't you want your own abundance? You realize that your family's not receiving their abundance, and it's causing you to not accept your own abundance. You get it? Do you understand that? You're welcome. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? You're welcome, Isaac. Your family's non-abundant having asses because they can't seem to let go of this fear of, like, I can't, it's not gonna happen, I'm afraid. And you're carrying their like, when you're totally opposite, you believe like everything's gonna come to me, I'll be fine, you know what I mean? And if you don't think that way, you better start thinking that way. Everything is gonna be fine. See, one of the things I was meditating on before, I was doing a little deep meditation, and I was actually doing releasing ancestral money karma, which is an interesting meditation to do, right? Because I'm building a relationship with money to call in wealth and to manifest what I want, right? I went to a job interview the other day. It went so great, better than anything. So I think I'll get the job. It's been on my brain 24/7. I keep seeing signs, but I'm being so hopeful. You can't hear anything. So Christy, I'm gonna say this like this. I'm gonna say that the job is gonna go well, but now it's like it's up to you. This next part is up to you. What you think. Yeah, you guys gotta understand this, and you gotta get it through your thick fucking skulls. We are manifesting always, right? So when you're sitting there, fear, scared, right? Being afraid, going, oh God, am I going to get that job? I don't know. Did I do a good job? Did I do? Instead of that, I want you to be confident and be like, I did a great job. I will get that job. And if I don't get it, it's because something 100 times better is waiting for me on the other side. Right? Because that inner voice will fuck with you and be like, you stupid. You don't know what you're doing. You're whack. You're corny. You're stupid. Right? You got to let that go. One of the things I'm here to tell you guys to knock on your doors to tell you something that we got to stop doing. Stop fearing beer. Stop fearing bills. Credit cards. Oh God, I maxed out my credit cards. I got to pay them. Oh, my credit score. Oh my God. Oh my. That's matrixy shit that they keep you just blah. It's very nice to have a good relationship with money, with what you've been doing. Okay? Yeah. And that's it. That's all you have to do. How your relation, money, the meditation I just did was so interesting. It's literally called Healing Money and Stress, Ancestral Trauma and Karma. And I did a meditation, and it's with Sandra. The lady's name is Sandra. You can look it up. Healing, building a relationship with money. And in the meditation, she tells you, and it's like an hour and 14 minutes. And I went through almost the whole thing, but I was like, I got to jump on. I need to give this message. She said something that hit me. And she said, go into the crystal room. And she said, when you get into that crystal room, I want you to imagine that money is sitting on the chair. When you get to the money, what does it look like? Is it a piece of paper? Is it energy? Is it a color? What does money feel like to you? And instantly I got this almost like sort of fear when I walked up to the money to talk to the money. I looked at it and I was like, oh, I'm scared I'm not going to have enough to get what I want, right? And then I said, whoa, wait a minute. That's where she was like, you see now what you just thought, what you just felt when you walked up to that money, exactly, holes for rabbits, rabbit hole, holes for rabbits, I like that. You gotta understand that we have this like toxic relationship with money. You know why? Because from a young age, what happened? Our parents that didn't really have a lot of money, what would they say about rich people? Oh, rich people are like this, rich people like that. Right. People are like that, not money. I hate when people say money is the root of all evil. Let me explain something to you. I used to think that too. People who think like that are thinking Jesus, the Bible. I get it, right? Jesus threw the money off the thing. Don't be trading here in front of where you're supposed to worship the Father, right? And I get it. I get that. I really do. And if you're a religious person and those are your beliefs, again, that's your beliefs. I'm not here to change that for you. What I will tell you, though, what I am here to help you change, okay? Yeah. Is the fact that we're told so often that money is evil, and it is not. I have done wonderful things with money for people. People have been like in trouble and I've helped them with money. I mean, I bailed people out of jail with money. I mean, that's a big help, right? I've paid a person's bills. I've helped my mom pay her mortgage with money. I've helped my sister not lose her apartment with money. I've helped my brothers go to school and have money in their fucking lunchroom things with money so they can eat. So, no, money never really was evil to me or bad. It was when I did evil things and bad things with it, it made the money bad and evil because I was the one doing it. It's a piece of paper. If you can get the fucking concept that money is controlling you out of your mind, then you will understand it's not about you controlling money or money controlling you. It's about building a healthy relationship with it. This is important because a lot of are out here, okay? And thank you, Christy. I love you for saying that. You're heaven sent. That's cute. because this is news from heaven. What I'm giving you is news from heaven, because heaven's tired of seeing you motherfuckers suffer. Okay? We have this saying in the Bible. It says, the poor shall inherit the earth. And I say to people all the time, think about that for a second. The poor will inherit the earth, because they're going to be miserable. They're going to remain poor. They're not going to have food. And then guess what? You die an angry spirit. Your spirit hangs out on earth, and now it's pissed off. It was poor here. It's poor there. It's poor everywhere. But the kingdom of heaven is within you. And if the kingdom of heaven is the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of heaven is abundant. Now, we don't put money before everything. That's not what it is. But using the energy of money in order to make sure you have a good relationship with that concept, that notion of having a lot of money is not evil. A lot of people are not wealthy, not because they can't be wealthy, but because they're afraid to be wealthy. Secretly, they're afraid to have that much money. You see it all the time. When people win the lottery, they lose the money because they don't know how to handle it. They see it, and it's like, see, now when money changes who you are, now you're talking about a piece of paper. It just controlled you. That money that just changed who you are. If you're with a person, you're hanging out with me tomorrow, let's say, and I happen to have $1 million and it's just sitting right there, and I go to you, do me a favor, I'm going to go to the store real quick. Can you watch this $1 million for me? Now, a person like me, I would walk away from that money. I wouldn't even look at it. I'd look at it for a second or two, be like, that's a lot of money. And then I'll just walk away. More other people do this. money. And it makes them crazy. And this is what you have to make powerful within you. Yeah. You have to make it that no matter what you receive, right? If tomorrow somebody bought you a brand new car, if that car changes your personality, all of a sudden you're better than her because you drive a BMW and they drive a Toyota. When cars are all plastic, it's just a different name. Just remember that, okay? They're all plastic. They just have different names on them. That's all. Ask anybody who's ever been in a car accident with, no matter what kind of car they've been in an accident with. What happens to the car? It breaks like a toy. You know why? Because all cars are plastic. They just have a different name on it. So if something you receive in this lifetime, and if you do understand this, if you understand, yeah, and remember, Chrissy, and I mean this with all my heart, never ever use the word I hate people like that. And why am I saying that? Not to be like, well, don't say that, because I'm going to teach you something that I learned. I don't hate nobody who thinks like that, who's greedy, or I don't hate them. I just know that they have a lot of learning to do. They're still in their matrix energy. And Moni, what's up, my love? One thing I'm going to tell you guys, because we go on, just remember this. One thing I want you to remember for this full moon in Gemini, the cold moon. Those people who don't want to heal, they don't want to come along for the abundant healing, working on thyself energy. You have to leave these people out in the cold, unfortunately. I'm sorry, but you got to call in the spirit guides and tell them to do a big sweep on spirit and say, hey, look, I need you to sweep all of these spirit out of the way. If they're not trying to move along the heavenly ladder with me, then I'm going to need them to move out of the way. So unfortunately, we have a lot of connections to spirit, and a lot of times we have to push them out the way when we want to move forward. A lot of them don't know how to. Okay, yeah, okay, but you see what I'm saying? No, it's not even about fixing that. It's like this, because I'm telling you that, Chrissy, because I used to do that shit all the time. I used to be like, I hate people like that, and I know you didn't say it the way I did, but I did. I used to say it like that. I used to say shit like that. And spirit would find ways to humble my ass real quick. Oh, you hate people like that? Okay, let me show you something. And then maybe tomorrow you win $2,000 and all of a sudden you start acting like a retard. And that's, you don't want spirit to teach you the hard way. One thing I learned in this lifetime, guys, and I'm going to tell you something. And I know I'm not God, right? But I am I am your higher self talking to you through me. And one of the things that I learned is, like, I understand one thing. Although I do not agree with a lot of things people do, I don't judge people for what they do. I see it and I go, that's not for me. If I feel like I'm against it, I will speak on it, but not in a judgmental way. It'll be more like, I don't do shit like that, and I don't think you should be doing it either. Not because I'm telling people what to do or those people are bad, but I'm telling you what it did to me. And if I have an experience of it, I'm going to use that experience to help give somebody experience. Yeah, listen, irritation, man, that is a concept I worked with. You have to understand, I went from a girl who argued with people over everything. If someone cut me off in a car, I stopped my car and be like, what the fuck, bitch? Like, I was like that for a short period of my life. Not too long, but for a short period of my life, I remember just fighting people for like, because I didn't get my way type shit. Arguing, yelling with people. And today, people will be like, yeah, it's because you're older, you're calmer. It's not because I'm older and calmer. Because I know a lot of people who are 40, 50 years old still doing the same shit. It's because I'm healing that part of me that caused me to get triggered by everything I see and hear. Yeah, and all of us went through something. That's what I'm gonna make you understand another thing too. That's so powerful for me. Don't forget, you know how people be like, but I went through this, and then somebody else is like, but I went through this, and everybody's arguing over who had worse trauma. Your feelings are validated, and just like theirs are too. Somebody right now could be like, yo, I remember people used to be like, my cat died. You know how I used to look at them? They'd be like, you don't understand. I'm like, okay, it's a cat. Like, I don't feel that way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not, I don't feel that way. It's like, my dog died. And I'd be like, bro, it's a dog. Because I didn't understand. But now if somebody says my dog died, I'll be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'll be like, but don't worry, he did his job with you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's different. Everybody's different. I can't get mad at somebody who buries their dog because it was a family member to them, because I just feel like it's a dog, and yeah, I'm going to cry for a second, but I'm not going to be sad for a year over it like I knew some people that were. You understand what I'm saying? It's not a competition, because everybody feels differently about things, I know people that are still crying about something that happened 8 years ago, and I want to smack them over the head, but I don't. I just go, one day you'll let that go. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, man, it's difficult to understand, but you have to understand that everybody's going through their own thing, and the less we judge, the better we'll be free. We'll be so free. Yeah, and it is the intention behind everything. So there's this thing that I'm gonna say real quick, and I'm gonna just let you know for this full moon, because I could see like me just talking to you guys just calm me down, and I could fall asleep and do my meditation and fall asleep. And I do want to make that little reel of me saying this for the full moon in Gemini, because people got short attention spans, so you got to make 1-second videos or they're bored already. But again, not judging, just saying, yeah. One more thing I'm gonna say: it's the intention behind everything, right? It's the intention. Happy birthday, Hazel! Yay! Happy birthday! Happy birthday to you. So, no, but for real, happy birthday. And Albanians say Ubosh Nichin Viet. That means I hope you live to 100 or more. Okay, so I'm going to say this real quick. It's the intention behind everything. So Muslims believe that Muslims don't eat pork, right? Muslims don't eat pork. They believe that if they accidentally eat pork, like, because I've done it before. I remember I still have never eaten pork a day in my life. I never ate pork. I eat meat, but I just never ate pork. I was raised a Muslim, so I never ate a piece of pork in my life, right? Even though sometimes bacon would look good, but I eat turkey bacon because, that's just banging. But the point is this: I just don't eat pork now because I never ate it, so why try it now, Muslims believe that if you accidentally eat pork, Allah forgives you because it was the intention behind it. Now, if they ate pork and then they go, I don't eat pork, I'm Muslim, it's the intention behind everything you do. Nothing is bad or good. It's the intention behind what you're doing. Somebody right now could go call somebody and be like, I saw your husband at the mall and he was with a woman. And the woman's like, why the fuck you telling me that? You know, she might be so fucking mad that you just told her that her husband's at the mall with another woman. Maybe she didn't want to know that. Maybe she liked living in her fucking illusions and delusions. See what I'm saying? It's the intention. Some people's intentions are pure evil, right? Some people's intentions, they just, oh my God, this vibrating in the foot, bro. This shit is getting on my last nerve, yo. Well, you know what's the intention? We should go for pork tacos. Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna tell you why I don't eat pork. One reason. Por favor, escúchame. I was at my friend's house, and he owned a taco stand, and he was Honduran. And he goes, I gotta go to work. Can you do me a favor? I'm gonna be cooking this half. It was like the belly of the pig. I'm gonna cook this in my house. Can you watch it and make sure it doesn't burn? Bitch, I sat there, and I'm just gonna tell you, the smell of pork cooking, I almost fucking threw up. It smelled like, I don't know what humans being burnt alive is like, but I'm pretty sure it smells something like that. Because pigs are, you know, their skin and their meat and their skin is the closest to humans it gets. You know that they use, when a human burns off the skin, you know that they use pig skin to cut out the pig skin and put it on a human, and then that pig skin heals into the human skin just like human skin. That's how close it is to us, right? Did you know that? So when that meat was cooking, I was like, that's why I will never, I'm not fucking with pork. Look, I don't smell lamb cooking, cow, fucking chicken, crocodile even. None of it smell like pork. None of it. Nope. I don't know what the fuck that was, but that smell will sit in my life forever. But I gotta tell you guys something. It was crazy. It was crazy. That shit killed my whole. And plus, also, I used to work in a deli when I was younger, and I used to cook a lot of bacon, and just like it's like all that fat on it. Something about it. Just I can't. I don't know. It's not that I'm grossed out by when people eat it. It's just I remember I went one time. This is how fucking this. Anyway, I should have known this bitch would be grimy like this because it was high school, and this bitch did some other grimy shit. We went to a party, and we sit down. They all knew I was at that time. I was like real Muslim. I used to go to the mosque all the time. You know what I mean? I fasted during Ramadan and all that good shit. I was really like practicing being Muslim, you know, and they all knew. All my friends knew I didn't eat pork, and I remember we went to the barbecue, and then she gave me rigatoni to eat, and I ate it, and I was like, this is good, and I was like, it smells like, I was like, is there meat in here? Again, I smelled the pork, and she was like, laughing, and I was like, what's so funny? And then the mom was like, she didn't know, the mom didn't know, she was like, hello, she was like, there's pork in there, and I was like, what? And it's fucked up, but I threw the plate across the table. I was like, what the fuck? And she was like, that's so disrespectful. I was like, who the fuck gave me pork? And I was like, you stupid bitch. I almost went to fucking fight that bitch. I swear to God, I was mad. That was when I used to take that shit real seriously. Today I wouldn't though. I went to watch a movie today. Thank you. I got my brows microbladed. As you could see, they're a little bit like fading here a little bit, but it's okay because I'm letting my natural brows grow into it, and it's starting to now it's starting to become just my natural brows, and just the little parts that are tattooed in, those little things right here, that's it. My eyebrows are growing. Thank you, Hazel. Yo, you know, I went to the movies today to watch a movie. You know what movie I saw? It was called The Menu. Yo, that movie was good. I'm gonna say this. When I saw it, I was like, this shit look like it's gonna be corny. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just wanted to watch a movie. Like, we got to the movies. Damn, I don't hate pork. I just don't like the smell of it. Miguel, it's like when something smells. Listen, if things smell funny, I have like a keen sense of smell. So, You know, I don't forget, I can set, and I also pick up energy. So the movie, The Menu, you can watch it on fmmovies.com for free. fmmovies.to for free, but you're gonna have to keep like exiting the apps until, I wouldn't suggest watching it on a computer. It needs to be like an iPad or your iPhone. Just delete, just X out fmmovies.to, it's called. And it was called The Menu. And let me tell you something, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe, you gotta watch that movie. We were like, at first we were like, oh, what the fuck is this about? Then it just went on. I was like, oh shit. Like, just the whole movie is crazy. It's just crazy. Just like, even the concept behind it, it was all about like rich people, and you'll get it. If you're like me and you guys are like me, because we are like each other. See, what's funny is that my grays, they grow like interestingly, right? It's like they grow so gray here. Then I just have like tiny bits of gray back here. So I kind of have like the Cruella. My brother called me that when he saw me. He was like, hey, Cruella. I was like, but they grow like right here. Anyway, so for this full moon in Gemini, please pick up energy and predict things. Friends joke and say I'm psychic, but truth be told, I most definitely have the potential to be. No, you already are. Everybody is, right? Everybody is. It's just the matter of how you tap into it and tune into it. Oh my God, let's clear the energy on my left foot, please, guides. I'm asking you, please. Please clear it on the left foot. It's so frustrating. It won't stop vibrating. Oh my God, I'm getting hit in the head. Chrissy, I just want to say, when you said that, I'm getting hit in the head. It's not for eating just like dogs. They would eat each other if you served it to them. Their meat is not pure. They get injected in viruses. Oh, anyway, Sun Ra, I'm going to tell you something. Like, you ever watch all the mobster movies and they like throw meat to the pigs because they're the only ones that'll eat human meat? Like, they say a lot of dogs, like, unless they're starving, they will refuse it, right? And also, like, they say, like, why mafia guys go fishing all the time? It's because, you know, they throw the bodies in the ocean. But, you know, that's just something. Come to think about it, my dad used to go shark fishing all the time. When I was little, I used to bring shark, like, literally in the tub when I was little. I remember going to the bathroom and there was fucking a shark, dead ass, in the fucking bathtub. A shark, like a little baby shark. I'm like, the fuck? Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of releasing happening right now. A lot of it, okay? There's a lot of release happening right now. So I think it's time to release this shit. And it's not that, you know, I'm against spirit or anything like that, because I understand everybody's going through a journey. However, I'm thinking differently. Like, and to a point, it's like I have to make decisions for myself, and a lot of time spirit can get involved and like try to like put their 2 cents in, but you have to work with your higher guides, the highest of the high, you know what I'm saying? The most high, the source, the creator, you know? Because when you're depending on spirit only to guide you, you remember there's all different types. You gotta, you know, take what you will and leave what you can, you know what I mean? Of the full moon, I can't sleep. Do you think? Yeah, also, that's why my foot's vibrating and shit. Also, my body's fucked up, man. I didn't even realize. I went to get the MRIs and I'll complain to you guys for 1 second because I don't get to complain to nobody. I went to go get MRIs and I have like fucking something torn in my shoulder that they have to do like a minor surgery on. I got a disc on my lower back. Oh God. I got a disc on my lower back. My right foot is fractured. I have actually 2 fractures on my toes, and I've been walking on it like a gangster. All right, guys. I'm gonna see you guys later. I love you. Oh God, my fucking neck. Good night, guys. Rotator cuff. Thank you. Yes. Motherfucker. All right, guys. I'll see you. Just remember to release and clear it, because this is the full moon in Gemini, and it's asking for the release, it's asking for the clearing. Do I believe in minor surgeries? To be honest with you, Miguel, at first, no, I didn't, but some things I believe that spirit is guiding me to do, so that they can help heal it fully, because my guides, they do a lot of astral surgery on me. That means when I go to sleep at night, like in the astral, my spirit is bringing back like people who are experts at the shoulder or the knees, and they do like astral surgery, and they perform surgeries on me while I'm sleeping, like, you know, so I do get healed while I'm sleeping a lot. So, and you can also too. So, you know, you have to believe, though. It's all about faith, you know, and I have a lot of faith. And that's one of the things. I've healed myself from many things, especially physically, mentally, emotionally, all of that. So yeah, I do truly believe that that's a very big thing that's happening, and that your astral surgeries are happening. If you ask for help, you show them what's wrong. And all the MRIs I got, I feel like I told them, like, okay, look at the MRIs. You see what's wrong now. Help me fix it, you know? And they are little by little. So if I'm being guided to something, I'll know, you know? All right, guys. I'll see you later. Have a good night. Get some rest. Get some rest. Get some rest. Get some rest. Oh, my little spaceships are gone. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Love you.